This is my 2025 Ducati Panigale V4 that I crashed twice in under 2 weeks. Because clearly I don't like money.
Again, god damn it.
Now in this box I do have a full set of race fairings, and in this mini series we're going to be turning this 2025 Ducati Panigale V4 into a track bike. Now with any track bike build you're going to need a good set of fairings, and here's everything that's included with a good set. We got the seat. The foam on this seat happens to already be molded on the base. We got the nose. This one has the spot for the winglets, and I do have new winglets on the way. We have a left side and a right side. We have an air tube that goes to the front of the bike. We have this beautiful tail section that the seat mounts to, just like so. And last but not least, we have the belly pan. Now we do have the race legal version. That means this belly pan is within regulations as far as how much liquid it can hold. Things like oil, coolant, or whatever jigs or juices fall out of your bike. It actually came with bags with all the mounting and hardware you're gonna need. These fairings also have these Zeus fasteners pre-mounted, which means you can turn these bolts a quarter turn to lock it in place, or spin them backwards for easy access. They're already all pre-installed, and they also come with Kevlar reinforcements on the important side. These fairings are great, they're just a little bit expensive, but I think these are worth the money. Now if you happen to screw up your tank like I did, most of these companies also make an optional tank cover that we're about to install right now. But first we got to remove all the fairings. Alright, taking this bike apart should be pretty easy for the most part. It's held on by like zip ties and glue. That's why we call it the Ducati. We got it. All right, guys, we got it mostly done. As you can see, you got the pieces laying here. We got the headlight right here. But before we go, I wanted to show you something. This is the headlight assembly, and it is freaking heavy. But that's not what I wanted to show you. Check this out. If you look on the back of it, I think this is like the serial number right there. But read what that says. Zaddy Ducati. This is now the Zaddy Ducati. All right, it's day 2. Elis is here. So I got this lower fairing mount off. And believe it or not, this is where the radiator mounts. This thing did come with instructions. Okay, let's pull off these bushings and then install them into our bracket, just like that. Then the other one on top. There we go. There's 1 and 2. Okay, we're gonna slide this underneath, pop that on right there, and then this right side is a little different. It has a washer and bolt, so let's stick the washer in first. Go ahead and tighten this down. All right, now we can align the radiator mounts. The kit also came with like these spacers that I believe go on here as far as the picture goes. Now we got to secure the oil cooler to the radiator. Again, they give you screws and nuts. Next thing we got to install is this lower radiator mount. We got to remove this rubber grommet right here. There we go. This goes here. Squeeze that in. Perfect. This goes right here like that. And there's a screw back here that we got to remove. Take this apart like so. This up here. This here. And then just tighten it down. Okay, now we got to install the mount for this rectifier. This is the mount right here. And it mounts to the radiator mount. Mountception. Of course, I added Loctite to the nut.
What's a rectifier?
Something you stick up your rectum. Now we can install the rectifier. This is the coolant reservoir bracket that goes on the coolant side. This little rubber piece goes through there. Like that. Grab your reservoir, put it in there, stretch this over to that hook. Yeah. Okay, there we go. The radiator is secure, the oil cooler is secure, everything is mounted perfectly. Before I do anything else, I'm gonna give this bike a wash. There's still dirt and just debris in random places. Like, check this out. There's a bunch of rocks in there. Ellis is doing an oil change on the Zixer.
Done. I just finished the same time you did. I just finished.
Nice, nice, very good, very good. He's got his Red Bull manager shirt right here.
I gotta look like a pit crew today. I'm working on the bike.
All right, so for the air duct, there's 2 mounts here. These were the headlight mounts. Essentially, you just throw this on, grab your nut with Loctite. So the air duct has 2 dimples right here, 1 on each side. You just slide it in like so. Make sure it goes all the way in there. You can see it in there. From here, you can just align the whole mounts to the air duct. And you can see that the alignment's pretty good. And from here, you can just drill out the holes right where the guides are. There we go. Now we can align these holes. Again, make sure you add Loctite and then tighten it down. Not too tight so you don't snap this plastic. There we go. That is secure. Okay, this is like a sensor. We're gonna just cut a slit in here and then install it. It should fit right in there. Then we're going to secure this with a screw. So these are the top fairing mount brackets, and they go right where the mirrors were mounted. Add your Loctite and add your nut. Tighten these down on both sides. Okay, now we're on the lower fairing bracket, which mounts right under the clutch. So we got to take these 2 bolts out. Get our bracket in. These don't need a lot of torque, they're just engine cover bolts. This is the left-hand bracket, and on the left-hand side there's already a hole. They gave you this 8mm bolt. I'm going to add some Loctite to it, not too much. And it just goes on like this. Same thing, you just snug it down. So now that we got all these mounts installed, believe it or not, we can start installing the fairings. Let me show you. Oh yeah, that's looking real good. All right, let's get the seat off. Let's start removing these fairings. We got it. This kit did come with the spacers to throw in between here, so let's go ahead and do that. This kit did come with a bracket which goes here, so let's remove these rubber covers. One, there we go. Some Loctite in there and install the bracket. Okay, so we are also going to install the tank cover just to see how everything looks, so let's go ahead and remove this battery cover. Tank cover is going on. Alright, drill out these holes and then install the bolts. Okay, now we can install the tail.
Thanks, Daddy.
You're welcome. And last but not least, we got the seat. There we go, she looks amazing. Check it out. Now I just gotta decide on the color. So when I went down on the Ducati, I actually broke the left side clip-on. So I replaced it, but now it kind of looks stupid because they do not match on the right side. Now surprisingly, the OEM clip-ons on the Ducatis are actually really nice, but they are more annoying to replace. I picked some up that I thought would fit, but these are actually for the V2. So let's get this off and install the Woodcraft ones. So we're gonna start by removing this Brake Master cylinder. 2 5mm bolts, hold it on. Next, we're gonna remove the bolt for the steering stabilizer. Same thing, 5mm bolt. Okay, now we gotta unplug one wire right here, and it's just as simple as just pulling on it. Watch. There it is. Okay, now we gotta get this bar end off. Perfect. Now to get the throttle off, there's a T20 right under here. You won't be able to see it, but you just loosen this. Okay, we got that loose. Now we can loosen this bolt to remove the clamp. Okay. Now we gotta remove the right control. And right in here we can just stick a flathead because I'll show you how this works. I had to do this off camera because it needed a little bit of pressure, but this is the little detent. It goes into this hole right here like that, and then you just slide this over like that. And this little button was what we were pushing on with the flathead. Since this is a track bike, we're gonna keep this as a spare. Okay, now we can install our clamp. Pretty simple. Line up the holes, screw the bolts in hand tight, make sure you get both sides, and then snug it down. And these usually have little tick marks to help you align it on both sides. This is for the steering stabilizer mount. And it goes right under the clamp. There is a longer bolt that you have to replace it with, just like that. And I'm gonna add some Loctite to these threads. Okay, now we can put the handlebar in. All right, first do the throttle. Pow, and then get our accessory on, just on. Now we can push the bar through the clamp, just like yeah. Now we gotta drill the hole for this detent right here. I'm just gonna mark the end of this. Pull this back, and that should be the end of it right there. All right, we tighten down the throttle. Now we get to put back our master. Okay, now we have matching left and right clip-ons. And what I would do now, just to make sure that they feel good, is I would go take her on a ride, bring a 5mm Allen, and then adjust it if it doesn't feel right. They have tools that make these even, but the way you ride or your right or left arm may or may not be even. You actually won't know until you actually ride it. That's it. All right. We're gonna go do a quick shakedown with the fairings on. I mean, it's not much of a shakedown because we know it works. But we're just gonna go warm up before we ride Gary's bike. I'm doing a Two Wheels in Focus episode on the 2007 R1 that he has right there. Nice and easy. We have track tires on. The bike feels good, feels the same. Light front end. Oh gosh. What's that? That was like a little windowsill. Like an A-frame windowsill. Woo. Bike still sounds good, bike still feels good. It's just a half track, half street bike now. These like exposed wires are tripping me out a little bit. Barely leaning this bike over, but I'm still a little, you know. But we're gonna face the music soon. These tires I trust because at least they're new. They had like 1-ish session on them. Yeah, there's a fucking top to pick it up. Yeah, I know. I'm glad we pulled over. I thought he was gonna turn around because we don't have headlights. But I don't think they give a fuck out here, dude. I mean, it's sticky enough, right? Should be pretty soft. Feels good.
Yo, this front is way lighter. Obviously, there's no f***ing headlight. Damn, man. The thing about the RC4 is, I think the way it was set up is just, it was pointed downward. I think the Ducati is a little flat. Still a little sketched, but we'll try not to push it too hard. I just don't want to fix this bike all over again. So just kind of take it easy around this shit, because I mean, I trust the tires, I trust myself. I just don't have it in me right now. Like, my mind is not in it, so why even push? So many cars, dude.
So after the Canyon, I did fully install all the fairings, and I took it out for a test ride in the street. The Canyons was a good test to see if the bike was working properly. But I still do want to street ride this bike, so I put a taillight on, and that's exactly what we did. But something unfortunate happened.
I gotta go get a haircut, but first, let's do a cold start on the Ducati. This is the first time you guys are seeing it in full track fairings. Still loud. Woo! I am squidding today. I have my chucks. So I'm gonna go get a haircut. I gotta go meet my wife at the mall, and she has my truck. I'm gonna load up the bike over there and hang out with her for a little bit. Let's go, Jax. Woo, the bike is way taller with this seat. My God. This thing is way more aggressive with this super bike tail. But damn, that quick start there. Oh, way nicer than the R9, bro. Way smoother. At the end of the day, this is still one of the best motorcycles you could buy. Man, I have not ridden in Converse in a long time. The last time I rode in Converse, in Chucks, at 12 o'clock to my R6. Holy fudge. That was a nightmare. And I was in a t-shirt and jeans. Oh my lord. This bike is so visceral, bro. This bike scares the shit out of me, bro. Like, y'all don't even know, dude. Crashing this bike twice in less than 2 weeks, man. A bike with this much power, it'll scare anybody, bro, for real. It's all good, though. We can't let that get to us. Just gotta keep riding. I'm struggling over here. I'm tippy-toeing, gang. Ah! Had to spit out my gum, bro. Ooh, GR86. I always want one of these, like, for real. I heard they're good track car. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the f? Jesus, that fan! Bike getting hot, bro. Bike getting hot and that fan going off. Once we start going, it'll cool down. Oh yeah. God, I love the Panigale. It does everything I want. Every freaking thing I want, bro. Auto flip, quick shift, 200 Hershers. Huge. Getting anywhere on a motorcycle is always faster, bro. The suspension. The suspension is so stiff on this bike, bro. My God, I can feel everything. Why is it always traffic right here, bro? Always. It's Saturday. Like, it's traffic for no freaking real reason, bro. My God. All right, we're almost out of here. I learned my lesson from last time. I shouldn't get off even though there's traffic here. It just ends. It just ends. Woo! Bike is melting my right leg. It's crazy how much more power this bike has than the R9. Taverners. The Valley. You just gotta look for bikes. Oh, is that it? Is that them? Oh, yeah, that is them. The Valley.
Outside with the music on. You're
What's up, brother? Turn it on.
Turn it on, give it a rev. You say that people
No. Up. It's already, it's fine. Just turn the key. And then press the black button. It's obnoxious.
Bro, the camera does not do justice to how loud that thing is. That is crazy loud.
Yeah, it's really annoying, dude.
I just feel my fucking body vibrate.
and it rings in the inside of your ears.
No. Shit, I gotta buy earplugs now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I got the back end coming, I think, next week.
You need the tank cover, bro. You know what would be cool if you added some green? This is vinyl, yeah?
Huh?
Vinyl?
This is from the stock one. Yeah, this is vinyl.
You just add some green here, dude.
Yeah.
And then just keep the tank the way it is. Add some tank grips to have some black on the side.
These two are, I don't know if you can tell, but these two are completely different. This is one I wrap.
Nah, you can't tell. Back at 5:09. Woo! It's actually a fresh day today. Alright, this is gonna be a slow ass ride because there's hella cars. Oh, screw you, fan. Traction control error. What the fuck? Is everybody here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got an error. ABS.
Yeah, so like you kind of did like a little bit of a hard brake into this parking lot right here. I didn't see your brake light come on.
You didn't see my brake light?
Then you pulled in here. But it was working over there.
No, it's saying ABS error, and then my blinkers. My bike's freaking out.
Pull the fuse.
Pull the fuse.
I was gonna say that. Pull your fucking ABS fuse, bro.
Yeah, it's saying ABS error, so I don't know if something melted. Yeah, is my brake light working?
No.
That must be it. No, you're fine.
Can you take your fairing off? About pull?
No, I can unplug it right now. Just turn.
It was working.
Oh, okay.
I'm flexing the entire time. So.
See, ABS error. I've never seen that happen. Let me unplug it.
Plug it.
Still doing it.
It went away, didn't it?
No. Alright, I just got here to get my haircut. The fan is not turning on.
And we still have this ABS error. Check it out. So I'm wondering if it's the fan fuse. The fan's probably just been overworked. It's been like spinning like crazy, bro. We'll see when we get home, but my wife's coming with my truck anyway. So, no big deal. My guy! My guy is a robot! Ah. Look at this, bro. I had to put product in, I'm so sorry. Do you want me to wash it? I can wash it.
No, you need.
We'll see you when I look good.
KYT.
Yes, sir. Samir, say bye. Damn, we look good. Later, dude. Okay, the bike is back apart. We have the radiator fans out because it turns out we're missing fins on both radiator fans, probably from when I crashed on the left and the right side. Anyway, what it was doing is it was getting stuck to the radiator and it would stop spinning and it would pop a fuse. It's a 15 amp fuse for the BBS, which is a brain body system. Essentially, it controls the ABS, traction control, and a bunch of electronics like the radiator fan and when it kicks on. And when it was getting stuck, it would pop the fuse every time, hence the limp mode. Now we got the fans out. I'm waiting for eBay because I ordered 2 fans and they're only sending me 1. They refunded 1 fan already and I'm looking for another fan. Yeah, this sucks. Also in the next video, maybe in the future, yeah, we bought an R9. Okay, bye.